Recently, a friend of mine was complaining that she always gets this pop-up of approval whenever she needs to Google something on her phone. Annoying, right? Especially when you're on the go and you need to quickly search for something. The reason is simple. She was stuck in incognito mode. And the fix is quite easy. But let's take the opportunity to talk a little bit about this incognito mode. What is it? How could it be useful? And why we shouldn't rely on it for all our privacy needs? When you switch to incognito, your browser gives you a fresh start, a new canvas, empty and blank. It's a playground for you to play in. It's a new session for you to start browsing the internet. If you then go to Google, Gmail, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever, with that new tab, you'll see that they're going to ask you to sign in again. They're not going to recognize you. If you go to Google, like my friend did, to search for something, it's going to ask you to approve that privacy policy again. Your browser doesn't remember you already clicked that OK, and Google doesn't recognize because you're not signed in, at least in theory. When you close that incognito tab, your browser will forget that this ever happened. It's going to delete the browsing history, it's going to delete the cookies, if any. It's going to delete everything related to that session. So it certainly has its use cases. If I want to sign in to multiple accounts on the same site, I use incognito. If I want to search for something that is a bit sensitive, maybe health related, I open an incognito tab so it doesn't end up in my browsing history. If I want to compare prices that Ryanair gives me if I'm logged in and if I'm not logged in, I might want to try incognito. And if I'm on a shared computer at my friend's place, I also use it. However, and this is important, incognito or private browsing does not make you anonymous on the web. It doesn't prevent websites from tracking you. It doesn't stop your ISP or your employer, if you're sitting on their network, from seeing what websites you visit. If you sign into any website while in incognito mode, you're making it much easier for these third parties to track you. If you don't sign in, unfortunately they still have techniques to identify you, such as using your browser's fingerprint, your IP address, your location, your device, basically your metadata, your digital footprint. If you wonder how unique or trackable your browser is, have a look at this website and give it a try. So let's recap. Is incognito mode useless? No, not at all. We talked about some very legit use cases, but like any tool, it's not enough by itself. You won't achieve full privacy by using any single solution. So use a combination. Yes, use incognito when needed, but also use a VPN. Use a privacy-aware browser like Brave. Use a privacy-aware search engine like DuckDuckGo instead of Google. Use email relays when you're signing up to forms here and there. Always think about what alternative privacy-aware solutions you can use instead of the ones that you're used to. I hope this was useful as a short video to talk about just the incognito mode. If you found it useful, please press the like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Kerem. See you soon.